All right, good morning, everybody. I sent you guys a text earlier today to try to watch the poetry notes on this particular page. So that way, when you come to our Zoom today, we have an understanding with examples and I can walk you through potential responses for your writer's notebook entry so you can have it done by the time you end the Zoom call. If you do not join Zoom today, then you'll need to still make sure that you read these notes and make sure that you look at my example to help you write yours for today's assignment. So once you've gone through those notes, you're going to click on your writer's notebook entry. I'm going to go ahead and open up my example since it's the same thing. And you're going to scroll down to the most recent slide. It says poetry notes and it has today's date on it. So I hyperlink some things for you. Here's your copy of the Chinese female Kung Fu superheroes. You already have it in your Google Drive, but if you don't want to go fish it out of there, you can just make another copy. And it'll pull up the same assignment that we just did yesterday. So you already have some idea of like the different stanzas. You already should have literary devices and theme, which are all going to help you go ahead and answer today's assignment. So it also asks you to consider one of the concepts that we talked about in our poetry notes, which are also linked in yellow, and that was speaker, occasion, shift, or meaning, and identify it in the poem. And then you need to use text evidence to prove your answer. So I gave you an example in 3 sentences using the sample prompt from, or not the prompt, the sample poem from the poetry notes. And so at the bottom, I did give you a little bit of a structure to help you answer it. So in your 3 sentences, in your first sentence, you'll give me the title and the author. So that is Chinese Female Kung Fu Superheroes by Teresa, and then her last name, I don't want to mispronounce it. And then you're going to tell me whether you chose speaker, occasion, shift, or meaning. And you'll follow my first sentence. And then you'll give me the examples from the poem that relate to whatever concept you chose and explain your reasoning. So I did mine in 1 sentence. And it had a couple of pieces of evidence kind of embedded in there. You're welcome to use that, especially if you choose shift. It kind of shows that comparison and contrast. But if you do something like speaker or occasion, that's fine too. And then the last sentence is your conclusion. It's what bigger point do the examples show? So in my example, I said in the poem Dreams by Langston Hughes, a shift occurs in the second line of each stanza. In the first line, the word dreams suggest a positive experience, but in the lines that follow, words like die or broken winged bird imply a more tragic or sad situation. And that I got straight from my notes. So if you did the annotations from yesterday, you already have some stuff that you can use. And the same thing in my conclusion. I kind of used this with my meaning. The shift in these lines show the consequences of what happens when a person loses sight of their dreams. So you can pretty much start your sentences the way that I do, and then just fill them in based off of the Chinese female Kung Fu superheroes poem. And that's all you're doing today. So if you still have yet to open it, make sure you open this writer's notebook PowerPoint. And these are all the slides that we've completed, especially if you're new to our class. Now, I'm not expecting that every single one of them is done by Friday. I absolutely want the one I'm assigning today to be done by Friday. But those of you that haven't done these, we're going to start talking about our multi-genre project pretty soon. And all of these slides that have already been pre-written are things that you can use. That way you don't have to come up with anything new. And all you have to do is just kind of tweak some of these slides a little bit and your project is done. So those of you that haven't done anything, hope is not lost. You have about a week before we're going to use these slides, and you'll see how that works when we get closer to it. All right, I look forward to seeing you guys on Zoom so we can get these assignments done together, and you'll be done by the time you end the Zoom call. I'll see you guys soon. Have a great Wednesday.